Hello, students. We have been working for a few days on making a beautiful bowl of soup sitting on a placemat. There is going to be an illusion that the soup and the spoon really are sitting there ready to be used. So the first thing you're going to get today is your napkin with a spoon printed on it. The spoon is kind of the illusion of a real spoon sitting on a napkin. So to make it look even more real, to trick the eye, we're going to add some napkin texture. You might have another kind of napkin you've seen, and you can make your napkin look textured however you want. I'm using a pencil and making straight lines down the side because that's the napkin I'm familiar with. Take your time because an illusion works best when you have taken your time. So there's a napkin with a spoon on it. It is now time for a lot of gluing and pasting. When you're going to glue a napkin with a spoon on a placemat, you will get a cut and paste box. You will get scissors. Maybe you will have glue stick. Maybe you will have a different kind of glue. Whatever glue you use, turn your item over, and on the back, make a line around the edge. Keep the glue flat so that it isn't lumpy, and maybe do a little in the middle. And then you're going to place it on the side with maybe still about 3 big fingers left on the side for space. And then give it a massage. Massage and time is what makes glue stick. Not just glue, but you need that time and you need that pressure. You need to, or else it comes right back off. See that? I'm pulling it off because I want to show you another kind of glue we have here in this art room, and that is a brushing glue. So you can either massage your glue stick and it'll stay, or if you don't want to use glue stick, you can use this brushing glue. I'm brushing on a thin line of glue, and it's going to work a lot like the glue stick because it's so thin it won't be squirting out the sides, and it will help these two thick papers stay stuck together. I'm going to screw the lid back on nice and tight. And now I'm going to try with this white glue. So you can use either one. Both will probably work. Just make sure there's lots of time and pressing and massaging so that it has time to make the connection between the papers. The glue takes just a moment to really start to work, unless it's a hot glue gun or something like that. All right, it's time to continue the illusion of a meal here by cutting out the alphabet soup we made the other day. You will also be cutting out a bowl shape. So with your scissors, come in from the edge of your paper and do tiny little nibble snips right around the inside of your pencil line. We want to make sure that there is no white showing, but we also don't want to cut away any of our delicious soup. We want to keep it a nice big round circle, so take your time. There I saw that I left some white behind and I went back and trimmed it. So taking your time, try and cut right inside that pencil line. You can see I'm getting to a wet part of my soup over here because I'm going to be very careful. Nibble, nibble, nibble around the circle with scissors. If it's not going well for you, stop and take a break. You can always take a break while cutting because cutting takes a lot of finger muscles. All right, so I can't just lay a pile of soup on the tablecloth. I need to put it in a bowl. And so I will be cutting around the outside of this larger white circle to make my bowl. I get some more practice cutting around in a nice circle, trying to make it so the pencil line isn't showing. But if it does, that's okay, because we can flip this one over. Take a break while you're cutting if you want to. Cutting should be fun, as long as you aren't trying to go too fast. Slow cutting is what feels nice and fun. So there, we'll see if the soup fits on top, and it does. Cool. So the same way we glued the napkin, we're gonna glue the bowl. Here I am opening the brushing glue, And I'm gonna dip it in and get a whole bunch of glue nice and thin around the outside of my shape on the back. Always on the back of the shape and always close to the edge. With maybe a dab in the middle. And then flip it into place, carefully lower it, and do lots of massage. And I will speed things up because I think you get the idea. Patience. And now it's time for the soupy part. This time I'm just going to use a glue stick because I think paper sticks to paper really nicely with the glue stick. And then I'm going to massage it as well. Take your time, be patient, make sure the two papers have time to get nice and close. This is sped up, remember. And there you have it. Our items are in place, but it's time to add whatever we need to make sure nothing is flapping up. We want it to be incredibly flat. And we will move now into the shadows that will make this really look like an illusion, like a bowl is sitting there. To create a shadow, you will get a hand wipe and you will get a black charcoal. I'm going to use the corner of my charcoal to trace around the lower left-hand part of my bowl. So just that one C shape over there on the left. And then I'm going to do a left-hand side of my napkin and the bottom of my napkin with some charcoal. Very careful not to get it on the shapes, just drawing it next to the shapes. I decided I'm going to thicken that line a little more. And remember, this is sped up, so you can go a little bit slower. And then on the left-hand side of my spoon, I'm going to make a nice dark line. And actually, because the spoon has a curve, I'm going to let the line be far away from the neck of the spoon. So you can't see what I'm doing yet, but there it is. My finger is rubbing along the charcoal line to make it look like a shadow so that the napkin is sitting on the placemat. And then over there, it looks like the bowl is sitting on my placemat. I'm just smoothing around on the line next to the paper, but not getting it on the paper at all. It's amazing how a little bit of dark shadow can make something look like real life. And then I'm gonna pull my finger along the spoon and voila, we have our placemat of alphabet soup ready to eat.